The festival was a little further away than we expected. It was already late, but it seemed to be really crowded. Leah started to freak out because we were way overdressed, but it didn't take her long to get over it. Besides, that didn't bother us as much as walking in those heels. On the way there, Bianca told us what she knew about the festival, its significance and festivities, which was pretty much what we already knew. I thought about mentioning what Marina had said about legends of people who died during the plague returning that weekend to haunt the town, or whatever it was that they did. But Bianca would probably have thought that we were all crazy, so I decided against saying anything. Once we were there, we walked over to where she was supposed to meet her father, who was also our professor. There were so many people around, most of them wearing dark clothes. It didn't take long for Leah and me to get separated from Bianca. Leah and I walked around for a little while, but we were so tired that we decided to try and find our way back. The whole time, I had the awful feeling that I was being watched, but we kept walking around trying to find a water taxi. We walked slowly. We were tired and completely lost, and it didn't take long for us to figure out that we had been walking in circles. Eventually, without even realizing it, we found ourselves in a dark alley. There seemed to be what looked like a water taxi on the other side of the alley, so we just kept walking. The alley was longer than what it seemed, and it got darker as we went along. More than halfway through the alley, we noticed a couple walking toward us. They approached us slowly. The woman's gaze met mine, and she seemed a little intimidating. Well, she seemed extremely intimidating. She was tall and really pretty, long dark hair, but something about her dark eyes and the way that she looked at us was just plain creepy. The guy accompanying her seemed to be desperately trying to get her attention, as if she was neglecting him. I noticed Leah grabbing my arm with a lot of pressure once the woman gazed at her, but I just kept walking toward them, neglecting my instinct to turn around and run. I noticed that the guy looked familiar. I instantly recalled when Bianca showed us some family pictures that she carried in her wallet. The guy was one of Bianca's brothers, but knowing who that was didn't make me feel any safer. And that was when I started to pay more attention to my awful gut feeling. "Should we turn around and go the other way?" I whispered to Leah. Leah didn't even respond. She seemed dazed. I took her blank expression as a sign that she would want me to turn around and walk back in the other direction. "Turn around, Leah, and walk normal," I whispered, hoping that the woman couldn't hear me. We turned around to find someone standing right behind us. I didn't know how that was possible. I hadn't heard a sound. I was shocked. Not because he caught me by surprise, but because I had hoped to see him again. And realistically speaking, I thought that would never happen. It was the guy from my dreams. The guy who had warned me about this festival right after the opera.